Have you got any energon? No, I have coffee, I have cookies, I don't have any energon. You have light bulbs. Yes, I do, and you can't eat the electrons out of my light bulbs. You can't eat the electrons anywhere here. There's no electrons. Go away. Can I have a review? Okay. We can take a look at you. After all, you do hold a certain place in history because you are a vintage G1 insecticon. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look today at Kickback. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot, and a little while ago I looked at a few of the insecticons in episodes, I think 167, 168, 169, as I kind of have my excitement build toward getting a Titans Return version of this guy. And this is the only insecticon that I had as a kid. I knew somebody who had Bombshell. I never had him. I didn't know anybody who had shrapnel, whatever you want to call them. But I had this guy, and for some reason I thought that a good matchup for him was a Dinobot. I don't know why I thought that an insect fighting a dinosaur was a good idea, but hey, the mind of a child. I can tell you this, that as a kid, Kickback here had some epic battles with Grimlock and Sludge. Here's how he compares with a modern day figure. Truth is, he's basically a legend size. There he is with the Combiner Wars Bombshell. Here he is with the Generations Scrapnel. If he wants to stand for me. Which he doesn't want to do right now for some weird reason. Normally I find he stands really well. I think I even said that in his review. There you go. And, you know, just for fun, here he is with my custom painted Commander class Transformers Prime Insecticon. We'll just put him in behind because, you know, he's not a full-fledged member of the team. But overall, I still think they look good together, to be honest with you. I feel like that we're going to get something in Titans Return that's a lot more like the G1 counterpart. Now, the chrome on my bug wing pieces is actually, I guess it's worn off, and maybe it was put over yellow plastic, which I find funny since the Titans Return one will actually have yellow wings. I do wish that they would be silver. My wing pieces are also really loose. I mean, they can just fall down like that in a moment's notice. So we'll put those back up and I'll kind of just hold them there. For the time, this guy had great paint apps. Actually, he still has great paint apps, to be honest with you. It's a 10 as far as I'm concerned. It looks like Kickback. Both in terms of animation and the fact that this guy was a benchmark for what Insecticons should be. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to get a Kickback, he should pretty much look like this. Posability, playability for this guy. Well, these wing pieces can move. The head moves. His little antenna moves. The head goes left and right, doesn't go up or down. The arms could go around. The arms could go right around 360. They could, you know, because of transformation bugginess, they could split apart like that. There was, I guess, kind of an elbow joint, like that, sorta. Sort of an elbow joint. They couldn't go in or out. The legs couldn't go in or out. They did go forward and back this much. And there was no knee. I guess you could say that the feet could tilt a little bit, but you were sort of starting transformation there. All in all, for the little guy that he was actually pretty solid. I enjoyed him. I really did. I always enjoyed him. And again, by today's standards, you know, he basically has the possibility of like a Legion class figure, you know, from like the RID line or from the Transformers Prime line. We had Legion class, which is smaller than the Legends class, but this guy kind of got the articulation of a Legions class. For the time it was good. Of course now it's a little bit dated. Again, it would be probably a 5.5 now. Back in the day, it was probably, again, more like an 8. It was maybe even 8.5. It was pretty good for the time. Transformation for this guy. Nice, simple, easy. We take the head and we turn it around, so it's a bug head. We take the arms and we bring them basically, I guess, out behind him like this. And you just split apart and split apart like that. You do the same on the other side where you split apart and split apart like that. You take these and you bring them back and you flip out his feet to give the back bug legs. So you take the arms, you put them like this, you flip the feet out to give you the bug legs, you put up the wings like this, you turn the head around, and that's really all that there is to this guy. Can I get these to stand here? It's up way too high, but it's the only way I can actually get it to stand. He has a rub sign. My rub sign doesn't work anymore. But his transformation was quick, fun, easy. You could go back and forth from both modes and have lots of fun with this guy. You could fiddle with him at your desk. He was great to play with. All in all, I think this guy was overall one of the best Insecticons. I feel like he kind of stands the test of time. It's still a fun toy. I'm going to give this guy an 8. Again, you know, it's hard to measure these G1 figures because there's so much history that they're steeped in. But I'm going to give him an 8. He did have wheels, so he could actually roll in bug mode, which I always thought was a bit weird, but hey, cool, whatever. That's it. That's it for this guy. I can't wait to get an updated version of him and see how that turns out. But if you never had him, and you're into, you know, G1, I would say he's worth hunting down. If you did have him, hopefully this brought back some memories for you. Anyway, you know by now that I always appreciate you guys coming by for a visit, and I certainly look forward to the next time that we get together again right here inside the videos.